Nobody expected it to get this big, this fast. One moment, it's just another international matchup on the schedule. And the next, the entire basketball world is locked in, watching Caitlin Clark step onto the court in a Team USA jersey for the very first time. And within hours, everything changes. The numbers spike, the clips go viral, and suddenly, this isn't just a debut anymore, it's a global moment. Because Caitlin Clark didn't just play, she delivered exactly what the hype promised. From the opening minutes, you could feel the energy shift. Every time she touched the ball, the crowd leaned in. Every possession felt like something could happen. And that's what separates stars from everyone else, that sense of anticipation. Then came the shots. Deep threes, well beyond the arc, taken with complete confidence. Not rushed, not forced. Just pure rhythm, the kind of shots that make defenders hesitate before they even step up. And when the defense started adjusting, she adapted instantly. Quick passes, sharp vision, finding teammates in positions they didn't even realize they were open in yet. It wasn't just scoring, it was control. That's when it became clear. This wasn't nerves. This wasn't a slow adjustment phase. This was Caitlin Clark playing her game on a global stage without hesitation. And people noticed. Fans from all over the world started tuning in. Not just hardcore basketball followers, casual viewers, new fans, people who had only heard the name before, and the engagement reflected it. Reports confirmed that the game pulled in massive viewership numbers for a FIBA-level event. Online interactions surged. Highlights spread across every platform. It wasn't just popular, it was dominant in the sports conversation. That kind of attention doesn't happen by accident. It happens when a player brings something different, something magnetic. And right now Caitlin Clark is doing exactly that. But while the spotlight was shining brighter than ever, another storyline quietly started building in the background, because whenever Caitlin Clark is trending, there's one name that always seems to follow: Angel Reese. The history between them is already well known. College matchups had captured national attention. Competitive moments that fans still debate to this day. Two players, both elite, both confident, both used to being at the center of attention. So when Clark's debut started breaking records, it didn't take long for fans to bring Reese back into the conversation. Now let's be clear, there's no confirmed furious reaction, no direct statement, no verified moment of anger. But that didn't stop the internet, because in today's sports culture, perception moves faster than facts. Fans began analyzing everything: past interviews, old clips, subtle social media activity, and from there, narratives started forming. Some people believe that this is just natural competition, that when one player gets this level of attention, others are going to feel it, especially when they're used to being in that same spotlight. And honestly, that's not a bad thing. That's what fuels greatness, because players at this level don't just want to be good, they want to be the best. They want the recognition. They want the moment. And when someone else is having it, that creates tension, not necessarily negative tension, but competitive fire. Others, however, see it differently. They argue that Caitlin Clark's rise is bigger than individual rivalries, that what she's doing right now is bringing a completely new level of visibility to the game. More viewers, more conversations, more eyes on women's basketball than ever before, and if that's the case, then everyone benefits. But that doesn't mean that comparisons go away, because they won't. As long as both players are performing at a high level, as long as both are in the spotlight, fans are going to compare. That's how sports work. And right now, Caitlin Clark is setting a pace that's hard to ignore. Her style of play is a huge part of it. She takes risks, she plays fast, she shoots from distances that most players wouldn't even consider. And when it works, which it often does, it creates moments that people can't stop watching. That's what drives viewership, that's what gets people talking. That's what turns a regular game into something bigger, and that's exactly what happened in this debut. But here's where things get even more interesting. Because moments like this don't just stay in the present. They build into something. Every big performance adds to the narrative. Every viral clip adds to the momentum. Every record broken raises expectations even higher. And now the expectations around Caitlin Clark are on a completely different level. People aren't just watching to see if she plays well. They're watching to see if she can top this, if she can go even bigger, if she can keep pushing the game forward in a way that feels new every time she steps on the court. That's pressure, but so far, it doesn't look like it's affecting her. If anything, she'll seems to thrive in it. And that's what makes this whole situation so compelling. Because while the spotlight grows brighter on one side, the rest of the league is watching. Competitors are watching, including Angel Reese. And whether or not there's any real frustration, one thing is guaranteed: players notice moments like this. They see the attention, they see the headlines, see the numbers, and it adds motivation, because no elite athlete wants to be left out of the conversation. So, instead of shutting things down, moments like this often do the opposite. They build, Anticipation. They set the stage for future matchups. They make every potential clash feel bigger before it even happens. And that's where the real excitement comes in. Because this isn't just about one game anymore. It's about what comes next. Will Caitlin Clark continue to dominate the spotlight? Will Angel Reese respond with a statement of her own? Will this rivalry evolve into something even bigger at the professional level? Those are the questions fans are starting to ask, and the answers, they're coming. But regardless of how it plays out, one thing is already clear. Women's basketball is in a different place. Right now, the attention is higher, the stakes feel bigger, the audience is growing, and players like Caitlin Clark are a huge reason why, not the only reason, but a major one, because it takes a certain kind of player to pull in casual viewers and turn them into invested fans. It takes a certain kind of performance to break through the noise and dominate the conversation. And it takes consistency to keep that attention from fading. Right now, Caitlin Clark is doing all three, and that's why this moment matters. Not just because of the performance, not just because of the numbers, but because of what it represents. A shift, a new level of visibility, a sign that the game is reaching audiences it hasn't reached before. And when that happens, everything changes. The expectations rise, the competition intensifies, and the rivalries become even more important. So whether you're watching for the highlights, the storylines, or the competition itself, you're witnessing something that's still unfolding, something that's still building, and something that could define the next era of the sport. Because if this debut proved anything, it's that Caitlin Clark isn't just part of the conversation anymore, she's leading it, and now the rest of the basketball world has to respond. The only question is, who's going to step up next? Step up next.